Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Dan Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Bird, of course. Today, I have Jake McAnally on my side as well.
Hello, hello.
And then we finally got her to join the podcast, Miss Katie Rose.
Hello.
She's finally made it. So glad to have you both on today. And I hope you all are having a great Sunday and everything. So today we have three main topics we're going to talk about today. The first main topic is going to be our reaction to the first two episodes of the Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes. And our second main topic is going to be what I did a couple days ago, the Marvel release schedule shift, primarily Black Widow, and how that's going to affect a lot of people's decision about the movies and whatnot. And then our third main topic is kind of a little spoilery, but not really. Spider-Man No Way Home has officially wrapped production on there, and the crew, a crew member, has put on Twitter a kind of spoiling and confirmation of multiverse with Andrew, Tobey, and Tom Holland. So, all right, guys. Well, let's get into main topic number one. So, first main topic is, of course, Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is non-spoiling for everybody who has not seen Falcon and Winter Soldier first two episodes. Kind of need to get on that, people. Anyway, so Jake, let me hear your reactions, man. You know, how do you feel about the series so far, and especially the first two episodes? You know, like, how do you feel?
It's quite the snooze fest, if I had to be quite honest. I mean, how many episodes did you say that we're getting out of this?
We're getting 6 episodes.
Well, for 6 episodes and to already be a third of the way through, I feel like I have not been led up to some big moment yet. And that's what, 2 45-ish minute episodes? Because the way that, I don't want to compare it to WandaVision, but by the third episode, that's about 40 minutes, we had some big plot changing twist that was about to happen. When are we gonna get that? Like, I guess my expectations storytelling wise is I should have known something middle of this episode that was huge. And it's hard to keep my attention. So this third episode is almost like a make or break.
I understand, and a lot of people kind of feel the same way about the same way that you do too about the show and everything. Miss Katie Rose, how about you? How do you feel about the first two episodes?
I thought the first one was really boring. And it was a setup. You had to get the exposition, the background of what was kind of going on and what, Bucky and Sam are doing now. But it wasn't that interesting. And I liked the second episode a lot more. It started to get into the story more. Like that first part, you didn't really know what was going on. Like I said, it was mainly explaining what they've been doing since Endgame and, after the snap, because they were both gone. But the second episode, it did pick up. I don't know if it's going to be as good as WandaVision. I personally have never felt captivated by the Winter Soldier character himself. I didn't really like the Captain America Winter Soldier movie because the plot. No, listen. It's an important part of Marvel. I get that, but it was just kind of boring to me the whole time. It was so much fighting. Listen,
hot take.
I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the hot take.
Steamy. It's hot in here.
But yeah, I hope it gets better. I think WandaVision was more exciting because it was meant to be like a thriller. It was supposed to be weird. It was supposed to be, I don't know, like a horror movie almost, but like a kiddie horror movie.
I got you. And it sounds like you and Jake kind of are on the same page. It just kind of hasn't really been y'all's thing. I mean, to me, I kind of get that, especially for us not to have any kind of Marvel thing in almost a year and whatnot. For me, it's getting better. I will say the first episode was definitely kind of dull, but I mean that first action sequence of the first episode with Falcon, I mean, come on, that's like strict MCU, like come at your face right there, So I think really that, episode 2 kind of, like you said, gets into the storyline a little bit more. And of course we have certain people start to pop up, and then here comes the actual like, oh wait, what's happening? We have, such and such, start popping up and whatnot. And just in my experience, I'm just happy we have something Marvel to watch. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since we had something with Endgame, let alone we couldn't go to the movie theaters because of COVID and whatnot. So, and then everything else with all the other movies and shows that we were supposed to get last year, we're just now getting this year. So, I mean, but my real big thing is what I really enjoy about the first 2 episodes is the chemistry between Bucky and Sam. Like, it's like two little brothers just going at it.
It's so
and
fun.
It definitely
is.
Felt like
And I really feel like it's genuine, kind of how it was with Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen, with them being Wanda and Vision in the sitcom and whatnot. So like it felt really genuine, and it's like, okay, I honestly could see this actually being, real life. And they are pretty good friends. I'm sorry, say that again.
It's like the little things, like it's the actors know what they need to do. It's not just parts of the script and what they're saying. Like they'll do the little things, like the looks and like you give to your brother when you're really irritated at him.
Exactly. And it, like you said, it's the little things, and I think Marvel understands that, and that's why I think it's so attracted to everybody, because they kind of go towards everybody and kind of direct to people to come watch and be friendly and whatnot to them. But I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I'm going against y'all too, but I like it. It's starting to get really good, to my opinion. And I know you're saying it's a make or break for you, Jake, but I mean, let's get real. I mean, you really can't compare WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier
I tried
to one another.
Before I said it. I don't want to compare it, but storytelling wise, when you have a season or like a pilot of something new, kind of expect it to already get going. It's not the little engine that could, even though I'm not a big Falcon fan anyways. I think he's a bottom tier superhero. I mean, like, for instance, he got beat up by Ant-Man on the first day on the job. Like, what do you expect? Like, I'm not supposed to enjoy this character. He's like a C-list celebrity in my eyes. And so I don't know if it's a little bit of bias that I have of just not really enjoying the series and the characters it is, but I thought the story would already have major conflict besides the one little bit of conflict that we had in episode 2.
I mean, I agree with you. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's taken a minute for the story to pick up, but I think it definitely picked up a lot more than the first episode in the second episode with it. So I'll say that much. I feel like all of that.
I feel like with the loss of like the Captain America that we all know from all the other movies, I guess having it be kind of stale was, I guess, kind of important, just giving that loss of such a great character.
Yeah.
And just like, where do we go from here type of thing. It's just, I don't know. Maybe but it's supposed to make me feel this way.
Yeah, but I think also that's kind of the beauty of the series in itself, because now we're going to move on to a different Captain America, which was happening in the comic books. So, of course, we don't know what happened to old man Steve. We don't know if he died or he's just off doing his own thing, out in the world or traveling the multiverse. Who knows? Anything could happen with him, but
he's on the moon.
He's on the, he is on the moon from the Marvel video game. Yes, ma'am. So, but like I said, like I just really think they're focusing more on character development with Sam and Bucky, because like you said, they're kind of like B-list characters and not really have been put to the forefront. Well, guys, Tony died. Steve's gone now. Banner's off doing his own thing, and then Thor's off in the galaxy again. So it's just like, okay, well, we need, leaders again. And of course we have Doctor Strange, and we can only hope and pray that they do something with Black Panther and whatnot. And then Captain Marvel, of course, is supposed to be coming back. But I really think they're starting to set up something really, really good, especially with like Young Avengers Easter eggs and whatnot and Thunderbolt stuff. I know Jake really doesn't know too much about that. Katie Rose, I don't know if you know too much about the Thunderbolts or the Young
Yeah,
Avengers.
I know a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen little Easter eggs here and there about that. Them setting up here with the super soldier if I could say it, super soldier serum and whatnot, because that also plays into X-Men, primarily Wolverine. He is Weapon X, number 10. Captain America was the first Weapon X. So all that. So guys, let us know down in the comments. How did the first 2 episodes for you go? Did it kind of disappoint you? Did it excite you just as much as me or whatnot? Let us know down in the comments. All right. Moving on to topic number 2. Number 2 is Marvel scheduling shift that happened last Monday with Black Widow being pushed to July 9th. And along with that, a big controversial thing had happened with it being put on Disney Plus. Now, guys, I don't know how if y'all feel about paying $30 on top of your Disney Plus subscription, which now, from what I saw the other day, it went up on my bank account. Yeah, it went up. I think mine went up to like 7 something. But some people who pay like the Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN, it went up like $15 to $15 from 12 and whatnot. I don't know, but
I'm not going to tell the person that pays for my account. So just
keep it on the download. We got it. Yeah. I got you. You better not share the video then. But yeah, no. So that's a big thing. And I've had some people like email me and talk to me like, okay, so Jordan, is this like a one-time deal, or is this give you like access to all the other movies that they're gonna put on Disney Plus? Well, guys, from what I understand, at least with Mulan and all these other Disney Plus movies that got put on Disney Plus that were supposed to be theatrical release, they didn't do too well. Like Mulan was supposed to be a theatrical release like last November, Christmas time, and it didn't do good. It did not do good on Disney Plus whatsoever.
Tell you why. They took Mushu out and they didn't have all the songs. We want to hear the bang. We want to hear the hits. We don't pay for a concert to hear the B-side.
This is very true.
It's true.
So, yeah. So, but I mean, right now, I think they said the big deal was that the movie theaters aren't open up to 100% capacity fully in the country of America. And I kind of get that, you know, they're trying to make their money back, or at least break even with, you know, making a multi-million-dollar, you know, movie like Black Widow. So, guys, I mean, Jake, how do y'all feel about, you know, do you feel like you're going to be able to want to go to the movies, or do you feel like staying at home, chilling in the pajamas, watching Black Widow on the couch?
If I had a bunch of people like consistently that would be at my house and we'd share the account and we'd watch the movie on Disney Plus, I feel like it would make sense to buy the movie. But if I'm just going to watch it one time and then I can wait 6 or 7 weeks and it's out for free on Disney Plus, why not just go out? Wear 5 masks. I don't know. Like, you just wear as many masks. That'll make you feel
wear
good.
A hazmat suit at this point.
Wear the hazmat suit. Get whatever you need. I mean, I can't personally justify $30 for something that, in theory, I could wait 6 months, 2 months to watch for free. Like,
yeah, and some people kind of agree with you. Katie Rose, you kind of have it a little different. You know, I know you come from a big family, so you know, kind of explain your situation with that.
So there's 6 people in my family, and we all like to go to the movies together. Like, if we leave one person out, then the person has to go. Like, we'll talk about it in front of them, especially the Marvel movies. So it's either you come with us the first time, or you go by yourself and you don't listen to us while we talk about it. Which is what my mom had to do for Endgame. She didn't go.
Oh no. So
that was sad for her. But yeah, it's kind of expensive because there's 6 of us. I mean, if it's at the least $10, that's $60 for all of us to go. plus, like popcorn. We could just make it at home for free. So $30 really isn't it's a half off deal for us. So I appreciate it for, bigger families. But if I was just watching it by myself, like I said, I wouldn't, that's not worth it. I would rather just go see it in the movie theater.
Yeah. And I'm the same way with like how y'all both agree, saying and everything. Like, I agree. I miss going to the theaters. I miss watching a Marvel movie. I miss the experiences of like every possible nerd geek out there going, waiting in line for X amount of time before they get into the theater itself and sit down and watch the movie and everything, and just hear the reaction coming from the people of the film and whatnot. So, I'm gonna risk it. I'll go in a hazmat suit if I have to, by all means. But like I said, Kevin Feige, like a couple months ago, was like, our movies will be released in the theaters. That's the only way they should be experienced, is through the theaters. Well, then I guess he had a talk with Disney, and Disney was like, dude, we got to put this out on Disney Plus. Like, it's not looking too good, Chief, with movie theaters just slowly starting to progress, allowing more and more people and whatnot. And that's not to say I'm not going to go see other movies besides Marvel movies. Like King Kong has my eye right now. That looks really good, in my opinion. I don't know how I feel about paying the $12 a month for the subscription to HBO Max, where I can go do the same thing they're doing, like Disney Plus. They're releasing the same day in theaters. Spend $10, go see it there. Okay, cool. So, it's just kind of up in the air, in all honesty. Guys, let us know down in the comments. Do you plan on going to the movies, or do you plan on sticking at home, paying the $30 for Disney Plus, watching it with friends and family? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we move on, though.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
We're going to roll the clip. I want, Jordan, when you edit this, you're going to put the clip in here of when you ran up the stairs. I think you left that part out about how important the opening night is. I want you to put the clip in here, and I want you to comment down below. Have you ever run to your favorite seat? Do you have a favorite seat at the movie theaters? Because I feel like this is something that's a part of the experience.
This is very true. All right, so guys, let me explain this a little bit. Jake has gone to an MCU movie since Black Panther, and of course, after Black Panther was Endgame and Infinity War. He saw me run at the premiere of Endgame. We were the first in line. We got there like 2.5 hours, 3 hours early, just to beat the crowd, to make sure we were the first ones in line.
I'm not going to comment and self-incriminate ourselves for how early we were there.
It's too late.
But we were there pretty early.
So, let me explain. So, of course, we got there early. I do that just so I know that my seat is secure in the theater when I watch a Marvel movie. Now, let me explain where I sit in the movie theater, in the seats. I sit at the very top, the very middle seat that is underneath the camera. So I get the whole picture and the whole movie, and I don't have to keep moving my head and eyes all the way around to where I can just look at straight ahead, see everything, be perfectly fine. That is my thing. That has been my thing since Iron Man 1 in 2008. Ever since that day, it has never changed. I promise. And of course, Jake is a witness, and along with some other friends that have gone to the movies with us, they know that is my spot. So
it's a very serious thing.
So of course, Endgame happened. They opened the door. I took off. You think DK Metcalf from Ole Miss, wide receiver, former, had a nice pro day? He didn't have nothing on Mr. Jordan Bird. Okay, let me let you know that right now. Yeah, I ran up some flight of stairs. Say what?
I remember seeing y'all at the theater. You all were in the showing right before I went in. And I remember seeing y'all come out, and Jordan had the most conflicted face I've ever seen.
Which movie was this?
It was Endgame.
Because I know for sure that Infinity War, that man was hurt.
I cried. I was shedding tears, I will say. Yeah.
You ever want to see a grown man cry?
It doesn't. I now I won't say I cry every time now that I watch it, but I tear up. It gets emotional. Still, I mean, just these movies are so good, and of course, me growing up reading the comic books and seeing these comics transition to a movie, it's very fulfilling, especially for me at a young age and everything. And of course, now I'm 25 years old, so a grown man crying in the theater during a comic book movie, kind of sus, but it'd be all right. We're not going to talk about it. So
mad sus.
But yeah, so guys, that kind of explains it. I'll put that up in my Instagram, and I'm gonna try to see if I can clip it to the video too, so y'all can see what Mr. Jake is talking about here.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to main topic number 3. Main topic number 3 is Spider-Man No Way Home has officially wrapped production as of yesterday. So that means possibly we could be getting a trailer pretty soon. But the big thing about this is a crew member from the film had posted a picture of some gifts and whatnot from, I guess, the production company, Marvel or Sony, depending on who it is. And of course, posted it and was like, film just wrapped, crew. And on the t-shirt, it says crew member and everything. And it's, of course, Spider-Man logo of the title. But the most interesting part of the photo is the fact there's 3 different Spider-Man on there. So the big one, whenever I'll pull it up on the video here when I upload it and whatnot, you can see on the left side, it is Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit, not 2, 1. So the one not a lot of people are big fans of. I'm not a big fan of it either. It's okay. But then you go down to the middle and you see Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the circle sticker. And then you see to the left of that one, I want to say it's a square. It could be just like a mini poster, and it's of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man with a camera. If you've been paying attention to the MCU Spider-Man, Tom Holland doesn't use a camera at all. Nope. By any means. He's always been on his phone or using his suit mask and all that stuff, the AI and everything. Not Friday. What's Karen? That's it. Karen. Been using Karen. So, a lot of people didn't see that at first. I didn't see that either until I got on Twitter and saw it and looked down in the comments and saw, like, guys, that's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Look at it. Look at the webbing and then look at the camera. It's the same exact camera that you see him use in the first Spider-Man right before he gets bit by the spider, taking a picture of Mary Jane. So Jake, Katie Rose, I know y'all both seen the picture and everything. Let me hear your comment. Katie Rose, you can go first.
Thank you. I'm really excited because, I feel like we've known this all along, but people still are like iffy about all 3 Spider-Mans coming together and how it's going to play out. I've been kind of confused because the end of Far From Home was him being revealed as Spider-Man. So I don't know. I'm really curious how that story is going to tie in to the other 2 Spider-Mans showing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure Doctor Strange might have a part in that and Wanda, because now they both have reality manipulation.
Yeah.
So.
What, and also I talked about this a couple weeks ago on my first solo podcast that Marvel came out with stills of Spider-Man No Way Home, and it's of course with Zendaya, Jacob, and Tom all on like during the movie and whatnot. And a lot of people were pointing out that in some of the stills, it looks like they're in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and it looks like it's been like run down or something's done happen to it. But then there's one picture of them like looking up, like somebody's floating up in the air or something like that. So, they did confirm Doctor Strange will be like a mentor, kind of how Tony was to him, which a lot of people hate. Y'all can shut up. Okay. He's not Tony Stark Jr. or an Iron Man Jr. Okay. I think they've done a phenomenal job with telling a great story of Peter Parker and how they introduced him into the MCU. Okay. We can have that debate another day too. But in the sense of, I think him having a mentor, that's what he had in the comic books. Like, guys, this is nothing new or different. Like, He's a kid. He doesn't know everything. Okay, he admits that he doesn't know everything. Of course, like Far From Home, Happy, I don't know what to do. And then of course, Happy's there talking to him. Think about it. Get through it. What do you need to do? Okay, need a suit, need to go take down Mysterio, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and mentoring. Okay, so, but along with that, from what you said, Katie Rose, like this really like just further dates and confirms basically multiverse and including Tom Holland, Andrew, and Tobey's Spider-Man to be affiliated some shape, form, or fashion somewhere down the line in the movie. But like you said, in Far From Home, it's like we got left off on the cliffhanger. Like, okay, his identity has been, out there now to the public, and a lot of people have said that, in one set photo that got leaked was a picture of Tom Holland's Spider-Man suit, the Far From Home suit, with no web cartridges or web shooters in his wrist. A lot of people were speculating that means it's either going to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in that suit playing as Spider-Man during a scene. And of course, we're supposed to have Daredevil pop up in the movie too, possibly, because they did film some court scenes and whatnot. So, Jake, how do you feel about it, man? I know you've seen the picture as well. Let's hear your thoughts and comments.
I guess you could say I'm excited. I'm big on the multiversing because I'm a fan of Doctor Strange, of course. And so it'll be interesting how that all ties in. But I'm not trying to ask for more than what I deserve to be given. But could this also open up the possibility to seeing Miles Morales come in? Like, just
we can only hope and pray.
I don't want to compare it to the final battle scene in Endgame, but it's just like if you're gonna bring the two former Spider-Man live actions that we all know into this movie, why not just throw the animated one in there? Just open up all the possibilities. Because the way that the Into the Spider-Verse happened, like he was going through, didn't he go through a bunch of portal things?
Yeah, so like
I don't know
whatever
if
the
that has
gizmo
any
was,
connection, but it just seems like, wouldn't it be weird if he just accidentally popped into human life? Like, I don't know.
It's funny that you say that, because the directors of Into the Spider-Verse actually considered putting Andrew, Tobey, and Tom's Spider-Man in the movie at some point, and of course it got scrapped, which a lot of people speculated that it was because they're trying to do a live action Spider-Verse. So, but of course, the Into the Spider-Verse 2, whatever it's going to be called and whatnot, I mean, we're getting a whole bunch of other Spider-Man too, along with that, like Spider-Man 99. We got Japanese Spider-Man, and then, of course, the original ones that popped up in the first movie and whatnot. So, I mean, by all means, if it's anything like the Endgame, like Avengers Assemble scene, kind of like all these Spider-Man fighting all these Spider-Man villains, like Doc Ock has been confirmed with Alfred Molina showing up. So is Jamie Foxx's Electro and whatnot. And then, of course, Michael Keaton's Vulture is supposed to pop back up. Of course, we saw him in the trailer for Morbius. So, of course, that's a straight up just Sony movie. That's not a Marvel Sony movie. That's just a straight up Sony movie. So this could play into Spider-Man being crossed over between franchises of movie studios and whatnot. And then, of course, Scorpion coming back too, especially with his little scene with Vulture at the end of Homecoming, where it's like, your little spider friend, I'd like to get to meet him and everything. And a little birdie told me, his secret identity, So obviously, his identity is going to be the big thing in No Way Home. So, but guys, let us know down in the comments, how excited are you about this? You've seen the image and everything. Do you think this really confirms, Tobey and Andrew's involvement with Tom Holland's and everything? Let us know down in the comment. All right. Well, guys, that will do it for today's episode. Jake, Katie Rose, I do appreciate y'all being on here and helping me out and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. Well, everybody, y'all take care and y'all have a good day now.
Bye.